Hi everyone, so I'm so excited about continuing our work with starting our personal narratives and writing true stories this week. All right, so today I want to teach you that to make your storytelling voices stronger, you try to make a mental movie of what happened and tell it in small detail, bit by bit, so that your reader can almost see, hear, and feel everything. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read from Karen Hess, and she's going to show us how she has done this. So she is one of the world's most famous storytellers. Hundreds of thousands of people have read Come On Rain, which is, in a way, a story about a very ordinary small moment in one girl's life. Let's really, really closely, or listen really, really closely to see if Hess has written in a way that lets us make a movie in our mind. And maybe we can figure out what Hess did that we could try as well. All right, so let me go ahead and read. Come on, rain, I say, squinting into the endless heat. Mama lifts a listless vine and sighs. 3 weeks and not a drop, she says, sagging over her parched plants. Can you guys picture what's going on? I can. So I'm wondering what Karen Hess did to help us almost be Tessie, who was the little girl, as we read the story. Right, so let me reread that first part. Come on, rain, I say, squinting into the endless heat. Mama lifts a listless vine and sighs. 3 weeks and not a drop, she says, sagging over her parched plants. I'm thinking that Karen Hess didn't start by talking about the story, did she? She didn't just write, one day it was really hot, there was no rain, plants were dying, I stood outside and felt hot. She didn't just give us information about what was happening, did she? Instead, Hess seemed to have gone back in her mind to that time and thought what exactly was happening. She probably asked, what did Tessie do or say first? In the movie, in her mind, she probably saw Tessie squinting, looking up, putting her hands across her eyes to the shelter them from the sun. Then she wrote the exact actions that the people in the story did and the exact words she said. So let me continue reading. Uneasy, Mama looks over to me. Is that thunder, Tessie? She asks. I climb up the steps for a better look. It's just a truck, Mama, I say. So that's the end of that reading. All right, so in my writing today and in your guys' writing today, I want your readers or our readers to see and hear what happens just the way Karen Hess lets her readers see and hear what happened. So we need to be researchers and watch the way I go about writing my story. Later, so after you watch this video, you can try writing an entry in your daily writing journal in the same way. All right, so let me think back to my story and remember how it started. I know I could start off with any one of the different times. So, let me think back. I'll begin when I'm still on the playground before I race off to the candy store. All right, so what did I do or see or hear first? That's what I'm going to ask myself. All right, so let me think. I see myself. I'm standing in the middle of the playground with the kids all standing in front of me. I spread my... Now I'm going to make a movie in my mind of what happened first, the next, and next. So let's see. I explained that I was going to the store and the kids gave me money and then I went. Well, if I just write that, that's not very interesting, is it? And I didn't show myself taking the kids' candies order and checking for teachers before sneaking off to the store You can't see it happening or hear it, so let me try that again. I'll play it like a movie in my mind and storytell it step by step, bit by bit, so you can see and hear what happened. All right, so let me begin. All of the kids were crowded around me. Some of them started pushing money into my hands. Phil told me he wanted Mars bars, as many as I could get. Amy Jo told me she wanted some red licorice. I was so scared, I knew I would be in big trouble if I got caught. I stuffed the money into my pocket really quickly. I looked around me to see if any teachers were watching. When it seemed like the coast was clear, I headed off into the direction of Gates's Deli. So do you see the difference between when I first started to tell my story and the second time? I'm not just telling you what happened, I'm showing you. All right, so for how to write a true story, there's 2 strategies for you to use. One is to find story ideas that are focused and important to you and write lots of entries. And the second is to make a mental movie of what happened, telling it in small detail, bit by bit. All right, so today in your daily writing journal, you are going to try and show me a story, right, using lots of details. All right, so just a short little, it can just be a couple of sentences, but you're going to show me a part of your story. All right, remember, if you have any questions, I have office hours from 1:30 to 2. And you can message me on Canvas if you have any questions outside of my office hours.